There's a customization project I've been wanting to try for a while. Quick safety check. I've seen custom leather grips being sold, and I'd really like to try these myself, but I need to pull off my current grips to use as a template first. Gonna take a quick scan here. I drop those scans into Adobe Illustrator to trace. I'm going to pay particular attention to the center-to-center distance of the grip screw holes. Okay, so now I have a simple digital file that I can use to run on a couple machines, such as the one the sponsor of this video sent me. If you've watched my videos, you know that I've fully embraced all the creative possibilities lasers can bring to your leatherwork. Okay, so let me get all the disclosures out of the way and preface this by saying that while WeCreat did send me this machine for free, they have absolutely no control over what I say or do in this video. I just get an email asking, hey, if we send you one of our machines, would you show it being used in one of your videos? I say, sure, here's my address. These collaboration agreements are typically pretty relaxed. So WeCreat will be seeing this video at the same time as you will. Now, obviously, they're hoping for a good review. We'll see. So I will say that the Vision has all the features that I have personally come to believe are important in a laser. It's enclosed. It has active venting for removing smoke and particulates, which kind of comes with being enclosed. And it has a camera to precisely position your engraving and cuts. Okay, I can nerd out over this for a minute. It's a smoke and particulate filter. I've actually been looking at buying one of these independently for a while. This should cut down greatly on the amount of smoke and particulate that is generated by any laser when you're running it. And you got some filters here, pre-filters. Here's the main filter, it looks like, and I think this must be filled with activated carbon, maybe? Okay, so this is one of the main selling points of this machine, the autofocus lift thing that you're seeing here. What is it? Well, think of it like the microscopes that you used in science class at school. You have to adjust the distance of the lens from your object to be properly focused. The laser works the exact same way. Most machines I've used in the past have done this by having you physically move the laser module up and down using like a little focus block or flip down aperture, or manually inputting the thickness of the material you're working with in the laser's app. So the Vision does this all automatically by adding a Z-axis to your X and Y, similar to a 3D printer. Quick aside here, I just fired it up for the first time and it makes this cool whispering sound. I'm not sure where it's coming from. It's not coming from the vents, they're not moving. The machine feels fairly solid. I mean, nothing screams cheaply made to me anywhere. Okay, let's go ahead and cut the grips out. I'm going to use this 1/8 inch walnut board. And as an aside, look at the price they're charging for this stuff nowadays. Okay, one quick gripe. I wish that these laser manufacturers would provide active clamps to clamp your work down onto your laser bed. Not everything lays flat. Wood doesn't lay flat all the time. Leather certainly doesn't lay flat. Okay, so this laser is technically Lightburn compatible. There were some Lightburn profiles sent along with the software for it. However, for this video, I'm going to be using WeCreat's app. Partly because it's free, and partly because it looks strangely familiar. Which works for me, as I was able to get the files I made in Illustrator up and sent to the printer within 5 minutes of opening this app for the first time. So, since this is the big selling point of the machine, is this whole auto lift, auto focusing feature worth it? Well, it really depends on what you're going to be doing. If your business or side hustle involves engraving or cutting the same 3mm plywood or acrylic sheet all day, then there won't be much value added here. However, on the flip side, if you're engraving or cutting different sized objects all the time, like boxes, blocks of wood, cups, or jewelry even, something that you'd be having to refocus the laser every time you put a new piece in the machine, then the whole auto lift and focus thing is going to be a huge convenience factor. Okay, so the machine is doing the engrave procedure first. Cuts will be afterwards, always in that order. I'm going to let this scene run just because I think it's cool to see the actual laser beam itself through the other side of the wood. I had this set for 2 passes, that's 2 tracings to make sure that I got it through, but it looks like I could have just gotten away with 1 pass. By the way, all that smoke that you're seeing, it's being pumped right into that filter and disappearing. I filmed this entire video with my garage door shut. Okay, so I'll go ahead and break the suspension and say that I really like this machine. It's a keeper. It's easy to use, the 40 watts is plenty of power for my needs, and it's compact enough that it doesn't take up a huge amount of space in my work area. Okay, so I was basically testing the accuracy of the laser. For those in the know, 1911 grips require a step in the bottom of it to get over this bushing here. This is accomplished by first performing an engraving step where the laser only cuts to a certain depth, followed by a cut. The machine has to be fairly precise because these steps are processed separately from each other. So during filming, I ran out of my 1/8 inch walnut and had to switch to 1/4 inch oak. Okay, so I took those same digital files from before and used those to design and 3D print a couple jigs that I'm going to need. So for the rest of the video, I'm going to switch to subtitles and let the soundtrack roll. So I'm really happy with the way these grips came out. I also made this matching holster that features magnetic retention. I was going to show the build of that, but that would take an almost 20-minute video into 40 minutes. I'm going to split that off and make it its own video. So make sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you'll be notified for when that gets posted. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.